Hello, beautiful. If you are pregnant or if you plan on becoming pregnant soon, you're definitely going to want to stick around because in this video, I am sharing 3 really helpful tips to help you survive the 3rd trimester. Coming up. Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new here, my name is Nicole. I'm a mommy. I am an intentional parenting coach as well as a pediatric occupational therapist. And this channel is geared to help you move through motherhood in a more ease-filled, joy-filled, and more confident way. So I'm providing tools, tips, strategies, and my own personal experiences that help make motherhood just a little bit easier on you. That sounds like something you're into. Please do me the favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the future videos that come out. All right, you guys, so the 3rd trimester is like, whew, we are crawling, right? Things start to become a bit tough. And so I want to share 3 really helpful tools that are helping me move through this 3rd trimester with a bit more ease, especially since we're in the unique time of a pandemic. So you may also find these tools to be helpful as you move through the 3rd trimester and navigate some aches, pains, and other things that tend to come up as we near the very end. Okay, so the first tip I want to share is how to manage some of the back pain that shows up in the 3rd trimester. A lot of us have rather large bellies at this point, and so you may be experiencing some mid to low back pain. And I know that mine has certainly not only kicked in, but kicked up a notch as of late. And it's not so simple to just go and get a prenatal massage as many stores and businesses are closed. So we have to get creative and find ways to help ourselves. And so this is what I've been doing that has been helping me really target the low back pain and give me a bit of relief, if nothing else, just momentarily. Okay, so this isn't new, but if you have a foam roller, this is a really intense foam roller. And I know you have to be careful when you're pregnant, but I like the firmer foam rollers because I have specific points that just nag at me. And I find that this is an efficient tool to get to those places. But when you're typically foam rolling, you're having to use a bit of ab strength to keep your head and neck up. And we don't want to be doing that, especially in the 3rd trimester. And so I've been using my small exercise ball that I also use to help little ones in tummy time. So it doubles. You may have this lying around the house already, but I use that to support my head and my neck, as you guys can see in this clip here. So that way I'm not having to use my core muscles to support me as I move my body to target the spaces in the low to mid back that are really causing me pain. I am not a chiropractor. I am not a doctor. I am not a massage therapist. So in terms of whether this is safe for you during pregnancy, definitely check in with your medical professionals. I just want to share some creative things that I have been doing that have been giving me a bit of relief as we have less resources and we do have to be a little bit more creative in terms of taking care of ourselves. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend the firmest foam roller. As I've mentioned, you can start with something softer if you haven't foam rolled or you don't really know what would be comfortable for you. I think the main point is that using a foam roller, you can modify how you use it so that way we're not putting pressure on our ab muscles or having to, extend them, overextend them. You can use other tools like that exercise ball to give you support as you move with the foam roller. So that way it's a tool that actually benefits you. Okay guys, so the second tip I want to share with you has everything to do with water. We're going to go a little bit deeper here because I just learned some things and I thought this is interesting to share. Now, of course, we all know how important it is to stay hydrated throughout pregnancy, but especially during the summer months. It's easy to not get enough water in when it's warm outside, and I have definitely felt the effects of that. But here's what I want to talk about is the type of water that we're actually consuming, because I have just learned through a really cool documentary, maybe you guys have heard of it, it's called Down to Earth with Zac Efron, and they did an entire series, and one specific episode had to do with water and the quality of water that we're consuming. And the takeaway for me in this was that we really need to be mindful of how much purified water we're drinking, like the bottled waters that say so pure or so clean, and kind of move back to the basics in terms of spring water or mineral water. Because if we're drinking water that has been just depleted of all the minerals and good things that can aid our body, what can happen is when we drink that water, it's going to actually pull minerals from our body. And a lot of us are already really deficient in things like iron, zinc, magnesium. So in real time, we get this information back, as I have just gotten a test result back saying that, yeah, I'm anemic now. So I'm low in my iron, and I know that most people are low in magnesium, and we're taking additional supplements to try and remineralize our bodies. So we can kind of cut down on how much we're having to supplement if we're making smarter choices about the type of water that we're drinking. And so my husband's like kind of on this, so this is like pretty intuitive to him, but either getting spring water again or mineral water, I have noticed a difference, especially with magnesium. So if you guys are low in magnesium or you're feeling a bit off, magnesium is great for a wide variety of things. It can help with anxiety, it can help with sleep, and again, just overall your body's like mood, general mood. So there is a supplement called Calm, and it comes in chewable tablets now, and it also comes in a powder form. I have the powder form, and you literally, I think it's a teaspoon that you put into your water. And again, that's just gonna help you get the magnesium and some of the minerals that we are otherwise depleted of. So when you're hydrating, just be mindful of the type of water you're drinking, and be mindful of whether or not you are getting enough of the important minerals that can really make a difference in terms of hydration and how we are feeling on a day-to-day basis. Okay, last but not least, actually, this tip came from a subscriber, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to mention it because it sounds really interesting, and I have a feeling that at least some of you have tried this, and if you have and it helped you, you can co-sign in the comments. That way other moms are like, okay, this is a legit path and I'm down to try it, because it's really hot right now. And along with keeping ourselves hydrated and cool, I thought that this tip would be fun to share. So a subscriber shared with me that to decrease the under boob sweat that many of us pregnant women unfortunately experience in the warmer months of the year is to use the child's cooling patches. So when your kid has a fever, I didn't even know these things existed, to be honest with you guys. So I had to Google this. But I'll insert a screenshot here. There are these fever patches. So they're basically just cooling patches that you would put on your child's forehead. And supposedly, if we use those, we put these cooling patches on our head, it actually helps to decrease the under boob sweat. So moms, if you've tried this at home and it works, co-sign. Or if you tried it and it didn't work, let us know. I need to know if this is a purchase I need to make. Luckily for me, I live in a pretty moderate climate, and so there aren't so many boiling hot days. But if it works really well, I will definitely have it on standby, because I'm not immune to under boob sweat. So why not? All right, you guys, I hope you found these 3 tips helpful in managing some of the less fun things that come about in the 3rd trimester. We are getting closer, but again, these are unique times, and so we do have to get creative in terms of being able to care for ourselves. And so I want to share some things that have just really been helping me in these last several weeks of pregnancy. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If not, I will catch you in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.